And we are live, and we have... I'm not... Wait, hold up. The stream started at 10. I am not late. We started at 10 for the 10 commandments. It is biblical, okay? It is as God planned. Everything is as God planned. Can you ever be late for God's plan? The Rapture says yes, but that's not the point. I was almost late for today's stream, I will say, because Windows actually uninstalled my Windows key. What would inspire them to do such a thing, I don't know. Could it have been Satan? I'm not quite sure. But I was very nearly had to push back stream because of Microsoft, of all things. But luckily we were able to start on time. And Zach, if I offend your heritage, I'm sorry. No, I really like Exodus. I don't think... Normally I like to jive, but Exodus is a pretty good story. Let me get it all up. Okay. And my asthma is really big today. Okay. But we're reading Exodus for Passover week. I'm going to be completely frank with you. Though I want to read Exodus, this is a thinly veiled excuse for me to... There we go. For us to watch Prince of Egypt this weekend. You know, just gonna be completely frank with you. I still want to read this. Oh, God. Ooh. You're not a practicing Jew. It's fine. It's fine. You're still better off than a lot of us. Don't worry about it. You're still one of God's chosen people. He's just waiting for you to go back to him. Don't worry about it. Okay. But we're just gonna jump right into it. And just like Prince of Egypt itself, we are only going to be reading until the 10 Commandments. I'm not quite sure how deep in that is. I read it 2 weeks ago, but I just forget how like long that was. I meant to time myself. I just ended up reading until the 10 Commandments and kind of forgot about that part. But we're going to be reading until hopefully the 10 Commandments. And the reason for that is because there's a whole lot of stuff that happens after the 10 Commandments. There's a lot of really crazy stuff that happens after the 10 Commandments. But as you can, oh wait, you can't see, but it's a pretty long read if we had to have all that. Okay. So we're just gonna read, hopefully until the 10 Commandments. That'll either be just today or today and tomorrow. But let's kick into it. Book 2 of the Holy Bible, Exodus. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Isaac, Zebulun, almost read that Zebulba, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Jacob was in Egypt already. We might do a bit... Wait a minute. Maybe that will be what we can do for the Discord watch-along. Either Ben-Hur or the 10 Commandments. Though I'd have to order it, but I'll... do my best to remember that, actually. That's actually a really good idea for the Discord watch-along. I misspelled that. It doesn't matter. Okay. But thank you for... That's actually a really good suggestion, though, because the Prince of Egypt will be a stream watch-along with hopefully some special guests. At least one special guest. But let's get back to reading. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty. And the land was filled with them. Now, he was a tender lover, if nothing else. For the, if he was tender. If they were tender, the loins. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also on to our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters, to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasured cities, Pithom and Ramses. Ooh. They took their... No, you took their jobs, technically. Technically, you're the one taking the jobs of the Egyptians. Hold on, I need to get some water real quick, and then, therefore... So I skipped a whole... Oh, sorry, no. Okay, sorry, there shouldn't be as many interruptions. I should have gotten water ahead of time. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. What the fuck? They're masochists. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick, and all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. Just think of the opening of Prince of Egypt, if you've seen it, where they're just throwing the straw, you know. I want to sing that song so bad. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was... I dropped something. Was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. Yeah, they're into bondage, apparently. You put more onto the Jews, they just produce like rabbits, damn. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come unto them. Therefore God dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. Okay. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared God, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. Jewish history is pretty it's pretty sad if you look into it. Hope it's okay. Many such cases, indeed. People who have no beef with the Jews to see him and just go like, I don't know what's up with that. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took a wife of a daughter of Levi. And, okay, hopefully they weren't too closely related. And the woman conceived, and bare a son, and when she saw him, that he was goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she came not longer hide him, could no longer hide him, she took him from an ark of brushes, and dabbed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off, to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side, and when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. Sweet home Egypt in this case. Sweet home Israel. And when she had opened it, I mean, how do you think, you know, like Adam and Eve produced all of us? Come on. It's just tradition. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, "This is one of Hebrews' children." And I'm not going to ask how she knew immediately. Then said that, I mean, they're different races of people, so it's not that hard to figure out how. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, and that she may nurse the child for thee?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, "Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages." And the woman took the child and nursed it. Oy vey, my sister cannot be that cute. And the child grew. Is it kosher? How many cousins removed before it's kosher? That's today's question. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, "Because I drew him from the water." And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. Exactly. I've heard it called ham before, so is eating out kosher? Questions we should not ask. We're going to hell. Let's not go to super hell. Let's not go too deep. And he almost went too deep with that. Okay. And he looked this way. Sorry. And when he went out the second day, behold, two men of Hebrew strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, and he said to him that did the wrong, "Wherefore smitest thou a fellow?" Again, it's just tradition. It's tradition. We're the ones who are, it's anti-Semitic to judge, chat. You're not anti-Semitic, right? Don't answer that question. Unless it's in the positive of course I'm not. Don't be smart asses. And he said, "Who made thee a prince and a judge over us? Intendest thou to kill me, and as thou killed the Egyptian?" And Moses feared and said, "Surely this thing is known." Except for you, Zach. You can pretty much say whatever you want about Jews because you're part Jewish. It's fine. You can't get canceled. It's fine. Trust me. Don't actually do that. And now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. And he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water, and filled the troughs of water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, I don't know how to fucking say that, Their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today? Ooh. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the land of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. They misraced him. They brown washed him. Holy shit! Is there whitewashing or brown? What did they? Who's? I don't know. And he said unto his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him, and he may eat bread. You just left him out there? Jesus Christ, bring him over here. He's a fucking cool guy. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. And she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Good Heinlein book. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. I don't know how I fucked that up. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and beheld the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Jethro Tull. Well, Jethro Tull might have been named after Jethro. It's a more religious time back then. Ooh. When I think of Jethro Tull, I don't think of the band. I think of the actual inventor of the seed drill, because that was what Jethro Tull, the band, is actually named after, of all things. It's kind of like REO Speedwagon is named after what is it? A German car company, because that's just what music bands did in that decade. I don't know why. And Moses said, I will not turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when the Lord saw... That'd be impressive for a redhead in the fucking Middle East / Northern Africa / wherever the hell this is taking place. I don't know where he is right now. It says he's out of Egypt, but I don't know what the borders of Egypt were at that time. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called on to him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Draw not light hither. Put off thy shoes, for off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters. For I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land unto a good land, and a large, and unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Now, therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppress them. What? Dark? I need to use dark mode. For the text? Because it's a big white screen? I don't know if that... I think if I use dark mode, it'd still be pretty... I don't think that'd be... Or are you talking... I understand you might being flashbanged right now, but I don't really know how to fix that, because I don't think dark mode would fix anything. Hurrah for colonization. We're not to the Israel part. I suppose that is a form of colonization, though, but we're not onto the settling of Israel. I don't know if I can use dark mode. I'm sorry. 1 minute. I will actually quickly see if I don't think it's gonna change anything, but it's not gonna change anything on the site itself, and I can't find reading. There it is. I'm gonna check, but I'm pretty sure it's just the website's like that. I'm not gonna be able to change this. Yeah, dark mode doesn't change it, sadly. Yep, nope, dark mode doesn't change anything. It's the website itself. I can't. I mean, now the bars around it that you can't see are dark, though, so that's pretty nice. It's a nice framing tool. It's kind of oaky, actually. Pretty nice. Okay. Yahweh is telling Moses, you will go to the conquest of the land. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not quite there, but yeah, okay. You are referencing going out to Israel when settling it. Sorry, though, but yeah. We can't have it black with white text, sadly. That's just how this works. Maybe if... Capture method... No, I can't invert. If I could inverse the colors, I could do that. But that seems a little... That's not even an option, actually, on OBS with this capture. So, no. Yeah, I understand, though. It is probably pretty bright text on your screen, especially considering it's pretty late right now, and you probably don't have your lights on like I do. Okay, but let's continue. And I come down to deliver them. Now, therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppress them. I already read that, but that's fine. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. I am going to look into the future of doing that, though, Opus, to see if I can, because yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as... I could make it worse, Opus. Give me 1 second. I can totally make this worse, though. I could do this. Okay, do you still have eyes, or have you been blinded like Paul? Ooh. And Moses said unto God, who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? And he said, certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee, that I have sent thee. When thou last brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain. And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say unto me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt you say unto the children of Israel, hath sent me unto you. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, that the Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. And I have said, I bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt unto the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. I'm mispronouncing two of those, but I don't care. Unto the land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to thy voice, and thou shalt come, thou and the eldest of Israel, unto the king of Egypt. And ye shall say unto them, The Lord God of the Hebrews hath met with us. And now let us go, we beseech thee, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, and we may sacrifice to the Lord of our God. And I am sure the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that he will let you go. I'm wearing the wrong glasses. Wait a minute. Humor me for one moment as I change glasses that are more fitting. I can't read the screen while my glasses are off. Oop. I should really get contacts. But I just realized I do not have my streaming glasses on, the ones that have thinner frames, so that they do not obscure my face. Did it? Okay, I have the right glasses on. I have the right reading glasses on. Okay. Where the hell was I? And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty. But every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourneth in her house jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment, and ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Egyptians. And Moses answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me. For hearken unto my voice, for they will say, The Lord hath not appeared unto thee. And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it in the ground. And he cast it in the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses fled before it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it up by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and he caught it, and it became a rod in his hand. And they may believe the Lord God of their fathers. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob hath appeared unto thee. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, and that thou shalt take of the water of the river, and pour it upon the dry land, and the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither the heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, I am but slow of speech and of slow tongue. And Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Lord? God flexing as he should. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. Oh my, oh, thank God I checked that. Got censored in YouTube chat, but it did not get censored on stream. Oh my man boobs. I don't know what the fuck that was for. Oh God, because I just saw it just now. Jesus. And he said, O my Lord, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. And in anger the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well, and also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee, and when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. Well, we ain't gonna be glad about Aaron by the end of this, I'm gonna tell you that right now. I think Aaron is Aaron the one who makes the golden bull? I can't remember. If he is, he kind of has a bit of a heel arc, I guess. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. And thou shalt take his rod in thine hand, suggestive, sweet home wherewith thou shalt do signs. You ever just take your brother's rod in your hand and just, put on a show for the people? Woo. Wait a minute. Oh shit, it's out of alignment, I just noticed. Okay, hold up, great, I have to adjust this real quick. I'm happy I caught that, but God, I had a Windows update and it kind of messed up everything a little. I think this is good. I think this is a good size, but I need to actually make it in line. Okay, there we go. So it was getting cut off at the top. I'm very sorry for that. And Moses went and returned to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said, Nice seed drill, bro, but I need to go. And said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, Go in peace. Windows is this. It is the product of Satan. It is. I cannot put in any other words than that. Either metaphorically or literally, I don't care which one we're going with, just yes. And the Lord said unto Moses in Midian, go, return into Egypt, for all the men are dead which sought thy life. Which is easy. And Moses took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. And the Lord said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all the... Okay, that's... Okay, sorry, there's something I got a little distracted by. I was kicking something around by accident. And the Lord said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before the Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand, but I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. Dick move. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord. Great song in Prince of Egypt. Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, let my son go, and he may that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. Biblical. Literally. And it came to pass by the way in the inn that the Lord met him and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son. It's a Jewish thing, don't worry about it. And cast it at his feet and said, surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So he let him go. Then he said, a bloody husband thou art, because of the circumcision. And the Lord said to Aaron, go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God and kissed him. Val Kilmer kissing Jeff Goldblum? Wowee. That's the movie. Ooh. Kilmer is Moses. Which also, we will be doing a moment of silence when we do Prince of Egypt for Val Kilmer, because he passed away this month. That is something I will not be forgetting. I have a lot of notes on that. And Goldblum plays Aaron. Let's see here. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord, who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Honestly, like, Kilmer, though, was in failing health for a good while at that point, though, but it's still sad to see him go. He's a great actor. He was one of those unhinged method actors, but he actually made it work. It wasn't like Jared Leto, where he's a person who should be a character actor and would be a really good character actor, but wants to be a method actor and it gets really annoying. Val Kilmer was an amazing method actor, but my God, was he unbearable to the people around him because of it. But my God, was he amazing on screen for it. But let's get back to this. And Moses told Aaron... And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel. And Aaron spake all the words which the Lord had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed, and when they heard that the Lord had visited the children of Israel, and that he had looked upon their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped. Ooh. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of how bad Daniel Day-Lewis is. I'm like half a memory, so I can't attest to that, but... for Val Kilmer, the guy who played Ringo in the movie was asked, hey, Bean was asked, hey, what was it like acting with Val Kilmer? And Bean literally said, I couldn't tell you. I never saw him. All I ever saw was Doc Holliday. He was that much of a method actor that is. It's like that the other people were just like, yeah, I have no idea who the hell Val Kilmer is. I was acting with, the actual person. However, Doc Holliday was kind of a prick in the movie. Love Doc Holliday as a character, but he's a fucking prick, so I can imagine how bad he would have been on set. He would have been a smarmy little bastard. And the people... And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. When he filmed My Left Foot, he really did pretend to... Damn. Even off camera, I'm sure. So everyone had to do shit for it. I feel like that's just... I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like method acting. That sounds like an excuse to get everyone to do anything you want for them. That just sounds like an excuse to be an asshole. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. He pretended to have cerebral palsy and would not move. Yeah, no, that's not method acting. That's just being... that's just seeing how much you can get away with. So the film crew had to carry him everywhere because he would not break character. Exactly. He's just being a little dick. That's not method acting. That's just being a douche. And Pharaoh said, Who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go. And they said, The God of the Hebrews hath met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto the Lord our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence, or with the sword. And the king of Egypt said unto them, Wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works? Get you unto your burdens. And Pharaoh said, Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, Ye shall no more give the people straw to make bricks, as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves. And the tale of the bricks, which they did make heretofore. I fucking hate that. It's one of those old archaic things that it's when you see in text, it's like, you can be used, it's this archaic. Ye shall lay upon them, ye shall not diminish aught therefore, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, Let us go and sacrifice to our God. Let their more work be laid upon them, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. And the taskmasters of the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, Thus saith Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Go ye, get you straw where ye can find it, yet not aught. Yet not aught of your work shall be diminished. So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw. Oh, I see. Okay. So not only is he increasing the workload, but he's diffusing the Jewish people to stop them from centralizing. That's actually kind of smart by the Pharaoh, I'm not gonna lie. And the taskmasters hastened them, saying, Fulfill your works, your daily tasks, as when there was straw. So he's not only overworking them, as I said, he's also, again, keeping them apart. He's spreading them out. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick both yesterday and today, as heretofore? I fucking hate this word. I'm so sorry. Union breaking tactics. Exactly. Even back then. The Hebrews are trying to unionize. Not on my watch, says the Pharaoh. Get the Pinkertons. That's how you know he's the bad guy. Jesus Christ. We're going to hell, but we already knew that. Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, Wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants? There is no straw given unto thy servants, and they say to us, Make brick, and behold, thy servants are beaten, but the fault is in thine own people. But he said, Ye are idle, wherefore ye say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in evil case, after it was said, Ye shall not Ye shall not minish the ought for your bricks of your daily task. We're definitely going to hell, exactly. We'll have all of it. We're going to hell, but the stories we'll have, oh, wow. You know, in between the screaming for eternity, it's gonna be we're gonna have such great conversations, though. I'd say there's gonna be great water cooler talk, but I'm pretty sure a big point of hell is that there is no water, sadly. We're gonna have great lava heater talk. Okay. I lost my place again, I'm very sorry. Tale of bricks, an officer many daily tasks. And they met Moses and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh. And they said unto them, The Lord look upon you and judge, because ye have made your savor to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand to slay us. And Moses returned unto the Lord, and said, Lord, wherefore hast thou so evil entreated this people? Why is it that thou hast sent me? For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in thy name, he hath done evil to this people, neither hast thou delivered thy people at all. Then the Lord said unto Moses, Now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh. For with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he deliver them out of this land. And God spake unto Moses, and said unto him, I am the Lord. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, by the name of God Almighty, by my name Jehovah, was I known to them. I should have said Yahweh, but don't worry about it. And I have also established by covenant with them, to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they were strangers. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, though it's their kink. And I have remembered my covenant. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with the stretched out arm and with great judgments. And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a God. And ye shall know that I am the Lord your God, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. And I will bring you unto the land concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, and I will give it to you for an heritage. I am the Lord. And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel. But they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit and for cruel bondage. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Go in, speak unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And he let the children of Israel go out of his land. And Moses spake before the Lord, saying, Behold, the children of Israel have not hearkened unto me. Now then shall Pharaoh hear me, who am uncircumcised lips. Did I read that correctly? Who am of uncircumcised... Yeah, okay. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, and gave... That is I hate that fucking phrasing so much. And gave them a charge unto the children of Israel, and turned. I'm just imagining. Oh my god, I'm imagining quote unquote circumcised lips, and it's just a person without lips. It's the Cenobite from Hellraiser who has like his lips pulled back and he just has his teeth showing. Oh my god, that's a fucking awful visual. The phrase uncircumcised lips makes me think of what circumcised lips would be, and I know that's not what they mean by that, but Jesus fucking Christ. Charge unto the children of Israel and unto the Pharaoh king of Egypt to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. These be the heads of their fathers' houses, the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanok, and Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. These be the families of Reuben. It is a cursed image, but I had it, so I wanted to share it. And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Zakin, and Zohar, and Zal, and the son of the Canaanitish women. These are the families of Simeon. Some of these names are so straightforward, some of them not so much. And these are the names of the sons of Levi according to their generations. You can tell I wasn't raised Protestant because I fucking have trouble fucking pronouncing these names. Not gonna say anything more. Gershon and Clohath and Merari. And the years of the life of Levi were 137 years. They just like to brag about names in the Bible. That's something that I do know. The sons of Gershon, Libni, and Shimi, according to their families. And the sons of Kohath, and Amram, and Izrah, and Hebron, and Uzay, and the years of the life of Kohath were 133 years. I don't know why the fuck we're reading this, right? Wait a minute. I've kind of... Did I, like, skip to a different part? I've kind of lost my... I've mentally lost my place, and I don't know why this is happening right now. And the sons of Merari, Mahali, and Mushi, these are the families of Levi according to their generations. And Amram took with... Okay, we're actually getting back to shit. And Amram took him... Jochebed, his father's sister, to wife, and no, we're not. And she bare him Aaron and Moses, and the 3 years of life of Amram were 137 years. Okay, I see what they're doing here. Never mind. Okay, there was a point to all that. And the son of Israel and Korah, and Nepheg, and Zikri, and the sons of Uziel, and Mishael, and Elzaphan, and Zithri, and am I still I thought I was reading fucking Exodus, not goddamn Genesis. What the hell? And I should not say that we're reading the Bible. Holy shit, I am going to hell. I'm so sorry. And Aaron took him Eliphiseba, daughter of Aminababa, Aminabadab, fuck it, and sister of Nashon to wife, and she bare him Naban. Oh, Aminabon. Oh, that makes so much more sense. And Abihu, Eliza, and Ithama, and the sons of Korah, Ashir, and Elkanah, and Abiasapha. Fuck me. These are the families of the Korahites. And we didn't accidentally like go into the Genesis nameless or that's what's happening here. Did I accidentally click on a link and we're doing Genesis now? I'm so fucking I don't remember this part. They just skip over this. Oh god, the priests usually skip over this part. That's why. And the son and Eleazar, Aaron's son, took him one of the daughters of Putiel to wife, and she bare him Phineas. What the Phineas and Ferb? Phineas. No, it is not Phineas. His name is not Phineas. I am so sorry. Holy shit, I am so sorry. We're in the middle of pages of names right now. His name is not Phineas. Holy shit, I am so sorry for that one. Phinehas. We're just gonna say Phineas. Actually, I think it is Phineas. That sounds correct, actually. It is definitely not Phineas. Phineas. These are the heads of the fathers of Levites, and according to their families. These are Aaron and Moses, to whom the Lord said, bring out the children of Israel from the land of Egypt according to their names. Okay, that was the point of it all. He's saying, like, these are all the children of Israel. Jesus fucking Christ, okay. Okay, maybe not commit blasphemy while reading. It's the Old Testament, it's fine, I don't know. That's New Testament blasphemy. We're okay, we're reading the Old Testament. It's not okay. Okay. And according to their armies, and their okay, well, I'm just gonna mentally reset myself. These are they which spake to Pharaoh of Egypt to bring out the children of Israel from Egypt. These are that Moses and Aaron. And it came to pass on the day when the Lord spake unto Moses in the land of Egypt, what the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I am the Lord, speak thou unto the Pharaoh king of Egypt all that I have say unto thee. And Moses said before the Lord, behold, I am uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? And the Lord, fucking deja vu. And the Lord said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a God of Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. I forgot how much the Old Testament loves fucking reiteration. I thought that was more of like a fucking Genesis thing. Genesis also fucking loves reiteration. This is nothing. All that we've done so far is nothing compared to Genesis, but I'm forgetting that. I'm forgetting this also happens outside of Genesis. It also happened in Job, and it threw me off as well. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, and he send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But the Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you. that I may lay my hand on to Egypt and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I stretch forth mine hand upon Egypt, and bring out the children of Israel from among them. And Moses and Aaron did as the Lord commanded them, so did they. And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old, and they sorry, and they spake unto Pharaoh. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when the Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, shew a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. Beautifully animated part in Prince of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord commanded, and Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh, and before his servants it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner with their enchantments. For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods. And he hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened, he refuseth to let the people go. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning, lo, he goeth out unto the water, and thou shalt stand in the river's brink, against he come, and the rod which has turned to a serpent, thou shalt take in thine hand. And I'm gonna take just like a minute break to because that repetition part really really got to me a little. Hello, bot viewer on Twitch. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You are the product of Satan. Get out of here. Get out. It's no longer here. You would have saw it, but I just deleted a bot. Bots have no souls. They're the product of Satan. They should be cast into hell, but they have no souls to be cast into hell. And if there's ever an AI apocalypse, this is just a joke, bro. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just, again, getting my thoughts together. God, the same thing happened in Job. They started doing repetition part. It wasn't that bad in Job, but they started doing some repetition parts, and it threw me off real bad. Gonna refill my water. Gonna mute the mic and clear my sinuses. That's a polite way to say I'm gonna blow my nose. Okay, Jesus. I really should stop saying that in the middle of fucking reading the Bible. I know. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for that. Okay. Okay. And we left off at 7:16. Okay. And thou shalt say unto him, the Lord God of the Hebrews hath sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Thus saith the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in mine hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. And the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall sink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river. An important note here is that literally the Nile, which is the river in question, is the lifeblood of Egypt, and he's not only saying he's gonna like kill all the life in it, but he's also going to bring down the tides. He's also going to bring down the flow of it. He's pretty much saying, I'm going to strangle Israel, metaphorically speaking, and in this case, I guess also literally. And the Lord spake unto Moses. It's like a literal metaphor. It's beautiful. Biblical, literally. And the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, take thy rod, and stretch it out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, and that they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. And Moses and Aaron did so, as the Lord commanded, and he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river, in the sight of the Pharaoh, and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. And the fish that was in the river, died, and the river stank, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, neither did he hearken unto them, as the Lord had said. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house, neither did he set his heart to this also. And all the Egyptians digged round about the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of water in the river. And 7 days were fulfilled after that the Lord had smitten the river. And the Lord spake unto Moses, go unto Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all thy borders with frogs. Feels like a downgrade. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thine kneading troughs. And the frogs, okay, this is starting to sound less like if downgrade. And the frogs shall come up both on thee, and upon thy people, and upon all thy servants. And the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magician did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. And then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron, and said, entreat the Lord, that he may take away the frogs from me, and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may do sacrifice unto the Lord. And Moses said unto Pharaoh, glory over me, When shall I entreat for thee, and for thy servants, and for thy people, to destroy the frogs for thee and thy houses, that they may remain in the river only? And he said, Tomorrow. And he said, Be it according to thy word, that thou mayest, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Lord our God. And the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy houses, and from thy servants, and from thy people, they shall remain in the river only. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Lord because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields, and they gathered them together upon heaps and lands, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart and hearkened not unto them as the Lord had said. Fucking, he's a little fibber. He's like, okay, hold up, I don't have to deal with these frogs anymore. Okay, no more sacrifice for you. You're not going anywhere. Oh, dude. He's a welcher, dude. Can't be trusted. And the Lord said unto Moses, Say unto Aaron, Search out thy rod, and smite the dust of the land, that it might become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so. But Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust in the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beast. And the magicians said unto Pharaoh, This is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. And the Lord said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be filled with swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. Sorry. No, whereon they are, I read that correctly. And I will serve in the day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end thou mayest know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. I had to spill my water on myself trying to drink it. Damn it, I did not need to admit that. I did not need to admit I need a sippy cup, apparently. Okay. And Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, Go ye sacrifice to your God in the land. Oh wait, no, I skipped 24. And the Lord did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of swarm of flies. Lord of the flies. And Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, Go ye sacrifice to your God in the land. And Moses said, It is not meet. It is not meet so to do, for we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptian to the Lord. No! I love that Hulk villain. Oh, no, not the abomination. Not very well done in the movies, but I like the abomination. I don't know. Um, Lord our God, lo, shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes, and will they not stone us? We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord our God, as he shall command us. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away. Entreat for me. And Moses said, Behold, I go out from thee, and I will entreat the Lord, that the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitful any more in not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Lord. And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and he removed the swarm of flies from Pharaoh and his servants, and from his people there remained not one. And Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time again, neither would he let the people go. People gonna die because of this dude. Spoilers. Then the Lord said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, Thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For if thou refuse to let them go, then wilt hold them still, behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous murrain. And the Lord said, no shit, I fucked that up. And the Lord shall sever. And the Lord shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt. And there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. So he can just go to the children of Israel, confiscate their cattle, and everything's okay. No problem. And the Lord shall serve. Oh, sorry. And the Lord appointed a set time, saying, Tomorrow the Lord shall do this thing in the land. And the Lord did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died. But of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. And the Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of Israel dead. And the heart of the Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And the Lord said unto Moses and unto Aaron, Take to you the handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. What? And it shall become small dust in the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon people and upon beast throughout the land of Egypt. Oh, the boils, okay. And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward the heaven, and it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beast. This is biological warfare. They don't know what the fuck is going on. God is just being a little cheeky. It's like they're not gonna figure this shit out for another like almost 2,000 years. Wait, shit. This is. They're not gonna figure this shit out for like another. Is it 3,000 years? When the fuck was Exodus supposed to happen? Was it 3,000 years ago? Or was it all the way 5,000 years ago? Ah, shit, I can't remember. It's either, I feel like it's either 5,000 or 3,000, but I think 5,000 would have been when the pyramids were built. But I don't know if they're still fit. Shit. Okay, let's not get bogged down in that. going to be 4,000. It's going to be the one in the middle. And they took the ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh and the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils, and the boils were upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had spoken unto Moses. That's 3.5. Wait. That's 3.5. Which is close enough to 4 to piss me off. But thank you. Thank you very much, Opus. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's 3.5, 3,500 years ago then. Okay. But I think in the Jewish calendar, though, it is like the year 5,000 something, where we have like the year 2000. The Jewish calendar, I believe it's 5,000 because, like, of course, they're not going to use the calendar built around Jesus for obvious reasons. Understandable. Oh, let's see here. Moses, though usually you only see that on gravestones for Jewish people. If you're wondering why, if you've ever seen a Jewish gravestone, why there's this like, oh, hey, they died in the year 5,000. It's not a time traveler. It's just, it's either 4,000. It's either the middle to high 4,000s, or it's like the low to middle 5,000s. I can't quite remember. You don't need to look that one up. That one's fine to just leave vague. And the Lord Hebrews let them. I need to focus on this. For I. No. Heart. Okay. And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord, God of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thine people, and that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now I will stretch out my hand, and that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, for to shew in thee my power, that... Fuck, that's supposed to be show. Sorry. And... I hate the archaic parts of the King James edition. I know why they're archaic. I understand it, but this throws me off. Then that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. As yet exaltest thou thyself against my people. I hate that. And thou wilt not let them go. Behold, tomorrow about this time, I will cause, generally speaking, I will cause it to rain a very grievous hail, such as hath not been in Egypt since the foundation thereof, even until now. Send therefore now, and gather thy cattle, and all that thou hast in the field, for upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field, and they don't have any cattle anymore, he killed them, God, don't worry about it, shall not be brought home. The hail shall come down upon them, and they shall die. He that feared the Lord, he that feared the word of the Lord among the servants of the Pharaoh, made his servants and his cattle flee into the houses, and he that regarded not the word of the Lord left his servants and his cattle in the field. And the Lord said unto Moses, oh, I guess they could have confiscated the other cattle from the Jews after all. I predicted that. I was right. That's the explanation. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward the heaven, and he's going to do a spirit bomb. And there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man, and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched out forth his rod towards the heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and fire ran along upon the ground. Wait, what? And the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt. Where the fucking fire come from? And so there was hail and fire mingled with the hail. Holy shit. Okay, I was wondering when the fucking firestorm was coming. Okay, it's with the hail. Icy hot, I guess, you know. And very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt, since it became a nation. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast, and the hail smote every herb of the field, and brake every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail. And Pharaoh sent and called for Moses, and said unto them, I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. Entreat the Lord, for it is enough, that there be no more mighty thundering hail, that I will let you go, and ye shall stay no longer. And Moses said unto him, As soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Lord, and the thunder shall cease. Neither shall there be any more hail. And thou mayest, oh shit, mayest know that, how the earth is, the thunder. Okay, there weren't fireballs. That's just an over-exaggeration. There was the thunder that was bringing down the fires and casting the land aflame. Duh. Really fucking obvious in hindsight. But as for thee and thy servants, I know... Wait. That mayest know... Okay, yeah. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that ye will not yet fear the Lord God. And the flax that the barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was bold. But the wheat and the rye were not smitten, for they were not grown up. And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh, and spread abroad his hands unto the Lord. And the thunder and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and hail and thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more, and hardened his heart. And he and his servant hardened his heart, he and his servants. And the heart of Pharaoh was hard, and neither would he let the children of Israel go, as the Lord had spoken by Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go into unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son, and of thy son's son, what thing I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am the Lord. Ooh, wheat and rye, I know. As a celiac who can't eat gluten, I'm just crying over it. Oh no, not the wheat fields. Oh no. Oh Lord, oh no, I can't be the wheat fields. Oh no. And Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh, and said unto him, I'm fucking up now. Thus saith the Lord God. How did I just lose my place there? What the fuck's wrong with me? Thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. I just remember there is the entire Bible in Klingon, so we could have read it in Klingon after all, actually. But I don't know how to read Klingon. I don't know the rules of pronunciation. Well, we could have read it in Klingon. Fuck. Well, no use crying over spilled milk. Moses did it, people. Okay. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring the locusts into thy coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. And they shall fill thy houses, and the houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers shall have seen, since the day that they were upon the earth upon this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. Don't spoil over. Don't cry over a spilled gag. And Pharaoh's servants unto him, how long shall this Oy vey. How long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? And Moses and Aaron were brought upon unto the Pharaoh. Did I miss? Okay, no. And he said unto them, Go serve the Lord your God. But who are they that shall go? And Moses said, We will go with your young and we will go with our young and with our old, with our sons and with our daughters. For our flocks and with our herds will we go, for we must hold a feast unto the Lord. And he said unto them, Let the Lord be so with you, as I will let you go, and your little ones. Look to it, for evil is before you. Not so. Go now, ye that are men, and serve the Lord, for that is ye did desire. And they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, and they may come up upon the land of Egypt, and eat every herb of the land, even all the hail hath left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all the day and all the night, and when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt, and rested in all the coasts of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land. Fucking druggies. And all the fruit of the trees, which the hail had left, and there remained not any green things in the trees, or in the herbs of the field, through all the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste, and he said, I have sinned against the Lord your God and against you. Oh. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God, that he may take away from me this death only. And he went out from the Pharaoh and entreated the Lord, and the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and left them into the Red Sea. Wait. Wait. And there remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt. Wait. Strong. I guess the wind was going west. Okay, so I'm kind of misread that. When he said west wind, I thought he was saying the wind came in from the west. But he's saying the wind pushed them to the west. That's important because the Red Sea has to be to the west of Egypt because they have to cross the Red Sea to get to Israel, which is west of Egypt. That's all I was thinking about. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thine hand toward the heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward the heaven, and there was thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. Howdy, Shadow, how's it going? Ooh. King James edition. King's James edition. So it took me a second to figure that out. It is the... I'm not sure which King James edition, because I know there's multiple, but it is... Actually, I can't say where it's from, because even though it's public domain, and it's, like, free use, I'm not technically allowed to say they're, like, the website, because that's just, like, a rule they have for some reason, but it's... I'm just reading it online. If you... I can say this, if you just type in, Exodus, read Exodus Guten, you know, you'll see what it is. You know, there's gonna be multiple results, but there's gonna be one result with Guten in it. But I can't say the full name just because out of respect, because for some reason they don't want you to say their full name. I don't know why. Ooh. But we are in the middle of the plagues. We're actually on the tail end of the plagues. And said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand and be. They saw not. Oh, so I read that part. And the Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye, serve the Lord, only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, Thou must... Actually, if you go to Guten, it'll actually take you to a master site. There's going to be multiple links. I'm reading the one where you can just read it online. And Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not... What? Did I skip a line? Pharaoh called Moses... I think I skipped. I'm going to go back to 24 because I think I skipped it. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and... No, I didn't read that. Damn it. Okay, I got a little confused. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not be a hoof be left behind. For therefore must we take to serve the Lord our God. And we know not with what we must serve the Lord until come thither. For the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. And Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me, take heed to thyself. See my face no more, for in that day thou seest my face, thou shalt die. And Moses said, Thou hast spoken well, I will see thy face again no more. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon the Pharaoh, upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out whence altogether. We're at the big finale. Speak now. We're at Passover. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of the Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn of the land of Egypt will die. For the firstborn of the Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservants that is behind the mill, all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all of Egypt, which as there was none like it, nor shall be like it in any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast. And ye may know now how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, and my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his hand. I'm going to make a real quick complaint. They just so naturally go back into like, hey, we're going to repeat what you just been reading for the last half hour. They just do it so naturally that it's like I'm halfway, like I'm in the middle of it, and I'm like, they're doing it again. One of the most annoying things about, I hate to say it, but it's something that really annoys me about the Old Testament. I know why it's done. I understand why it is done. I understand why it's important for, like, when it was written, why it was done. This annoys me. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Oh, April is New Year's. Okay, sweet, cool. Happy New Year's, Jews, I guess. Speak ye unto the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their faiths, a lamb for an house. Happy New Year's, chat. And if the household be... Wait a minute. I guess it was New Year's a few days ago. That doesn't matter. And if that, or is it about to be New Year's? I don't know the Jewish calendar. I just know it's Passover right now. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take in according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the house wherein they shall eat. And they shall eat the flesh in the night, roasts with wine and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Wait a second. Eat not of it raw nor sodden at all with the water, that wouldn't be kosher, but roast with the fire, his head with the legs, and with the pertinence thereof. I thought that was going to be like an ingredient. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, and your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. Happy New Year. For I will pass through the land of Egypt with... I hit something. Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And I see the blood, I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. Sorry, just thinking about like how everyone else celebrates the New Year. And this day shall be unto you for memorial, and ye shall keep a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your house. For whosoever eateth leavened bread, I don't even know what the hell leavened bread is, for the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Unleavened bread, okay. Okay, I misread that a little. Okay. Eat leavened bread eat unleavened bread. If you eat leavened bread, you're going to hell. Okay, got it. Technically speaking, you don't really have hell. Okay, hell is more of like a Christian thing. Don't worry about it. But technically, we're not getting into a theological discussion. I'm going to continue reading. And the first day there shall be... I'm a celiac, so I'm safe. It's fine. And then the first day there shall be... I'm not eating bread anyways. Be an holy convocation... And in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in the selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by the ordinance forever. In the first month of the 14th day of the month at even ye shall eat unleavened bread until we're reading this on the 14th, but I don't know if it's like the 14th of the Jewish calendar. Be quiet, phone. Shut up, phone! You're ruining the reading. In the 14th month of the 14th day, in the first month of the 14th day, there are not 14 months. Don't look that up. Ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall not eat nothing leavened. In all your habitation shall ye eat unleavened bread. I get it. And then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts of with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out the door of his house until the morning. For the Lord will pass through and smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your house to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for the ordinance to thee and thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according to he hath promised, I shouldn't say that ye shall keep this service, and it shall pass to over. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? And it shall come to pass over, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed and the head and worshipped. And the children of Israel went away, and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron did so did they. And it came to pass, I'm just making sure it's not cut off, that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. The Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians. There was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, and get you forth from among my people, both ye, and take children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds, and ye have said, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, We be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading trough being bound in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according in the word of Moses. And they borrowed of Egyptians jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men besides children. Jesus Christ, there were a lot of Jews. Holy crap. 600,000. Jesus Christ, that is a massive number for that era. For like, I thought it was going to be, I don't know. That is a nation of people, which figures. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, the flocks, the herds, and even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes in the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt. For it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt, and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. So, okay. So the unleavened bread is in remembrance for the... Okay, I get it now. It is kind of, narratively speaking, foreshadowing for this part where they do not have time to make the bread leavened, but it is also in remembrance of what was to come after. Okay, that's nice. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass that at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord, to bringing them out from the land of Egypt. This is the night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, This is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof, but every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. I was about to say, you circumcise your slaves? Okay, that's why. Wait a minute. If you're a slave to a Jew, do you become a Jew if they circumcise you? Huh. Is it that simple? Like, Jews have to have, like, the whole, coming of age ritual and whatnot, but, like, is there, like, a loophole in that where you can just be bought and get a circumcision and then, like, you're Jewish now? Huh. Okay. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn... Sadly, slavery is illegal in America, so I guess you can't do that in America. So you have to do the whole rituals and conversion in America. Damn. And will keep the Passover to the Lord. Let all his males be circumcised, and let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. Or do they just circumcise their slaves as well? Probably that. I'm probably overthinking it. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Thus did all the children of Israel. Say the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast, it is mine. And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand the Lord brought you out of this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month Abib. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. I'm mispronouncing one or two of those, I know. Which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in his month. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the 7th day shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen in thee, neither shall there be leaven seen in thee in all thy quarters. Thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, This is done because of which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Egypt. And it shall be for a sign unto thee upon thine hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes, that the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. For which a strong hand hath the Lord brought thee out of Egypt. Thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in his season from year to year. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, as he sware unto thee and thy fathers, and shall give it thee. That thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all the openeth the matrix, Mr. Moses, and every firstling that cometh of the beast which thou hast, the male shall be the Lord's. I completely don't know what he just said there because I just read Matrix and immediately thought of the movies. I was immediately thought of like this whole story becoming a. Is there a cyberpunk interpretation? Hello, we're about to commit some sacrilege. Don't worry about it. Is there a cyberpunk interpretation of Exodus? Is there like a cyberpunk story inspired by Exodus? Because we just read the word Matrix, so we're on a bit of a tangent. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. You could fit a story like that into. You could totally fit an Exodus-styled story, an Exodus-inspired story, into a cyberpunk. You could, especially considering cyberpunks have a lot of themes of, like, the corporations, you know, oppressing people and whatnot. You could easily have that. You could have a cyberpunk that actually results in, like, the rejection of the cyberization or something like that. Like, you could have a really good sci-fi inspired by Exodus now that I think about it, if you have, even without the cyberpunk roots, but cyberpunk itself actually has some surprising benefits, and you could, again, explain a lot of things through the technology. That's not a bad idea. I need to look into that. Where the hell were we? Matrix. Where did it say Matrix? Matrix, okay. And every firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with the lamb, and if thou wilt not redeem it, then thou shalt break his neck, and all the firstborn of man among thy children shalt thou redeem. And it shall be when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, What is this? That thou shalt say unto him, By the strength of the hand of the Lord brought us out of Egypt from the house of bondage. And it came to pass when the Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that the Lord slew all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man, the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all the openeth the matrix being males, but all the firstborn of my children I redeem. And I shall be for token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes. For by strength of hand the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt. I just remember there's actually a lot of cyberpunks inspired by religious texts. I shouldn't say a lot, but it's not uncommon for that. And I kind of was like, why is that? And I was thinking of that while reading. And the reason for that is because a lot of cyberpunks are not simply about corporations and things like that being evil, but man losing his spiritual roots. And a lot of times they will have kind of a sub theme of that in the story. So that's why there are cyberpunks which will have some biblical either references or roots. It is a good foil for the spirituality of your themes to have the world be cold and dead with technology. It's just a good framing device. It's a good framing device in sci-fi in general, but again, with the whole crushing of the spirit of man, that's more of a cyberpunk thing. And it shall be for the token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes, for by strength of hand the Lord brought us out forth of Egypt. And it came and it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God led them through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war, and they return to Egypt. But God led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up harnessed out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you. And they took their journey with from Sokoth, and encamped in Emeth, and the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud, to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire, to give them light to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night, from before the people. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they may turn and encamp before Pihahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-zephon. Before it shall ye encamp by the sea. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness hath shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts. And the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord, and they did so. And it was told that the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people. And they said, Why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? And he made ready his chariot, and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and the captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel, and the children of Israel went out with a high hand. I don't know why. Maybe it's archaic, so maybe you weren't meant to pronounce the H in high. That would explain it, I suppose. What time are we at? Okay. We definitely have time to get to the 10 Commandments, because it's going to be a bit of a longer stream. But the Egyptians pursued after them, all the horses and the chariots of Pharaoh, and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea beside PHARAOH. I'm not pronouncing that correct. Before Baal-zephon. And when Pharaoh drew night, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? But had been better for us to serve Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. And the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they may go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them. But it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all the night. Just make a pillar of fire. That's one way to do it. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and it and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued, and went in after them in the midst of the sea, even all of Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came pass that in the morning watch the Lord looked unto the host of Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, and they drave them heavily. So the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, and see that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched out forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon the dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and their left hand. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. That is one way to flex. This literally drowned everyone. And Israel saw the great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians, and they understood what it meant to fear the Lord. Oh yeah, brother. And the people feared the Lord. I was joking and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. I was joking. Damn it. I'm gonna need like a half a second to recuperate from that. Okay. Okay. Sometimes when you read something for long enough, you can just predict what's gonna come next and you don't even know it. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horses and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him a habitation, my father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war, the Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea, and the depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils the waters were gathered together, and the floods stood upright as the heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. Joke too real? I just got prescience, I didn't tell you, okay? Ooh. These are my my orange eyes are just contacts. If I take them out, they're actually, they're actually blue eyes, Ooh. Call me Atreides. Great, I lost my place. The enemy said, I will pursue. Yeah. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, I will my hand shall destroy them. Though didst. Don't make a Diddy joke right now, Merrick, you fucking idiot. Blow with thy wind, the sea covered them, they sank as lead in the mighty waters. You're already going to hell, you don't want to go to super hell. Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest, I hate that, out thy right hand, and earth swallowed them. Thou is thy mercy hast led forth people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them into thy strength unto thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold of the inhabitants of Palestina. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab trembling shall take a hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them by the greatness of thine arm. They shall be as still as stone till thy people pass over, O Lord, till the people pass over and hast perched. Just taking a note. Purchased. Thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountains of thine inheritance, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in sanctuary, O Lord, which thine hands have established. O Lord shall reign forever and ever. For the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariot and with his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. Okay, I see what's going on. The Miriam answered them, Sing ye the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse that his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Marah, they could not drink of the waters of Marah, for they were bitter. Therefore the name of it was called Marah. Oh, that's convenient. It was already named that. I'm just messing. And people murmured against Moses, saying, What shall we drink? And he cried unto the Lord. The Lord showed him a tree, which when he had cast into the waters were made sweet. And he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them. And said, If thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and wilt give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. And they came to Elim Garrick, where were 12 wells of water, and 70 palm trees, and they encamped there by the water. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came on to the wilderness of Sin. Unfortunate name, which is between Elim and Sinai. And on the 15th day of the 2nd month before their departing out of the land of Egypt, the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Ungrateful. Like, I have literally liberated you from slavery, and they are just bickering in the back seat the entire time. I didn't have to walk this much when I was making the pyramids. Oh, oy vey. Shut up! You're free now. Oh my goodness. The water was bitter. Oh my god. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. Jesus. Who's Jesus? Who's this Jesus you keep talking about? You don't know him yet. Don't worry about it. Okay. Oh. Let me refine my place. Okay, they were being catty. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God we have died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots? Flesh pots? What is this, 40K? And when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly in with hunger. What is this Uncle Ruckus bullshit? Well, we might have been slaves, but we were good fed. What the fuck is this? Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from the heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. And it shall come to pass on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and shall be twice as much they gather daily. Flesh. I guess it's just I guess it's just meat storage is what they mean, but just calling it the flesh pot sounds like something from like All Tomorrows or something. It just sounds like a horror scene. And it shall come to pass. I read that. And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, At even, and then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. And in the morning, then ye shall see. It is late. Ye see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmuring against the Lord. And what are we that ye murmur against us? Shit, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to check something real quick. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. I want to make sure I didn't misinterpret this. I'm going to check something. We are at 6-9, right? We're at 16-9. I'm going to check real quick how far we have to go. Okay. Okay. 16-9 chat. Come on, come on. Okay, I just needed to see how far we have left to go to make sure that this doesn't have to be a 2-nighter. We will be done. We should be done within the half hour. If I can re-find where we were. I don't even, okay. And in the morning ye shall. Okay. And Moses said, This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. And Moses spake unto Aaron, Say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, Come near before the Lord, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it came to pass, as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in a cloud. Sunny with a chance of meatballs. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have. I just realized something. Sorry. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Chuni. We are in the middle of reading Exodus. We're having a fun time reading Exodus. We're at the part where God is giving manna onto the Hebrews. Uh, and I lost my place a little. Not because of you, but because just in general. I kind of started thinking of Sunny with a chance of meatballs, and then realized that the messaging of that original story. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, At even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass that even the quails came up, and they covered the camp. And in the morning the dew lay round about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone upon, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small rounding thing, as small as a hoarfrost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said on to one another, It is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, This is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat. You're getting uppity. That was Cedar yesterday. So we're not on. Okay. I was wondering which day of the calendar we were on, because I'm not one of God's chosen. He looked at me and said, like, you are not chosen. Okay. But this is the thing which the Lord hath commanded, gather of it every man according to his eating. It is the King James edition we're reading, by the way. An omer for every man according to number of your persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents. And the children of Israel did so, and gathered some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. And Moses said, Let no man leave of it till the morning. Notwithstanding they hearken not unto Moses, but some of them left off it into the morning, and it bred worms and stank, and Moses was wroth with them. And they gathered, and every morning every man according to his eating, and when the sun waxed hot it melted. And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. Also, by the way, reading until we get to the 10 Commandments, which is at the 20s. We're at the 16s. And he said unto them, This is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe, that ye will seethe, and that which remains over lay up for you to keep until morning. And they laid up till morning as Moses bade. And it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moses said, Eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it. But on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for the gather, and they found none. Actually, that is it's funny you mentioned that, Chuni, because that is actually the GIF I used for notifications on both Discord and on Twitter for the stream. I use the history of the world. I give you 15. 10 commandments. Oh goodness. Ooh. Damn it. It's very late, so I lost my place again. It's my fault. And it came past that there are some people on the 7th day to gather, and they found none. And the Lord said unto Moses, How long refuse you to keep my commandments and my laws? See, for the Lord hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. I was about to ask, why isn't God giving them bread on the 7th day? And then I remembered even God rests on the Sabbath. Almost committed some blasphemy. I don't know. We've already sinned a lot, to be honest, in this stream. We've been doing lots of sinning, more than we should. So the people rested on the 7th day, and the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. And Moses said, This is the thing which the Lord commandeth. Fill an omer of it to be kept in your generations, and they may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt. Judaism is in focus. Well, sadly for me... Oh god. Judaism, God, it's Judaism is like complex yet simple from a Christian perspective. It's just confusing. Then again, if you went into the details of the theological philosophies of Christianity to a Jew, they'd probably be like, "You're fucking crazy. What the hell's like? How did you come from us? Like, how did this happen? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're just being crazy at this point. You just will starve yourself for shits and giggles, and bring you closer to God by suffering. Okay, sure." Ooh, then again, a lot of religions do fasting. I shouldn't put that only on Christians. Hell, Jews might do fasting for all I know. And Moses said, and Moses said unto Aaron, Take a pot and put on the omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before the Lord to be kept for your generations, as the Lord commanded Moses, as Aaron laid it upon before the testimony to be kept. Very metal. A lot of the Bible is actually pretty metal if you look at it in certain ways. I mean, God literally making pillars of fire to keep away chariots. I mean, that's pretty freaking metal in all honesty. Ooh, God literally, when they kick out Adam and Eve from the garden, he's just like, here's an angel. It's like, well, what's going to stop us from just going back in? The angel has a sword that will literally dematerialize you, has a flaming sword that will literally just disintegrate you from existence if you even try it. Fuck. Like, I don't think you need to do that. Like, this is... Like, it's an angel. They could have just smote them out of existence anyways. It's like, no. Give it a sword. It would be way cooler. Okay. As the Lord commanded Moses, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel did eat manna 40 years until they came to the land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came unto the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is the 10th part of the ephah. God is for good old Lord of Lords. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys according to the commandment of the Lord, and pitched in Rephidim. I've been reading this for like the last 2.5 hours, and I'm still annoyed by like the fact that half the locations really easy to read. and other half of the locations are just impossible for me to read correctly. Rephidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses, and said, Give us water, that we may drink. And Moses said unto them, Why chide ye with me? Wherefore do you tempt the Lord? They just keep bitching. The people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moses and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt to kill us and the children of and our cattle with thirst? You are not going to start talking about how, like, at least we were drinking in fucking Egypt again. You are not going to start going, well, we were slaves, but at least we had food again, so help me God. But I am using the King James edition. I know there's technically more than one King James edition, but I can't directly tell you what I'm using because they don't because out of respect, the source doesn't like you to do that for some reason, but I can pretty much tell you how I got here. I typed in read Exodus online Guten. I can't say their full name because, again, out of respect for them, but if you want to find it, if you just literally type in read Exodus Guten, you'll find, the project for which I'm reading this from. It's just that for some reason they don't like you directly sourcing them. I do not know why. But it's all public domain anyways. They just don't like you directly sourcing them. Again, no idea why. But you should be able to find it if you just type that into Google. Okay. Wherefore did the people chide Moses and said, okay, did I? Okay. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, What shall I do unto these people? They be almost ready to stone me. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go on before the people, and take with thee of the elders of Israel, and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thine hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock of Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there will become water out of it, and the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. It's one of the weirdest translations, but they didn't understand Hebrew. Yeah. The King James edition kind of vacillates. We learned this when we read Job. Job was actually the first thing we read, and that was almost a year ago now. But when we read Job, Job gets really, really clunky in King James edition, and my brain melted halfway through, which is a shame because I absolutely love the story of Job. But holy crap, reading Job King James edition, it cooked my brain. I literally felt my head getting warmer as I was reading that more and more. But at least this one, though I'm sure there's still oddities to the translation, this one, it flows a lot better. This either version of King James or Exodus itself is just more clearly translated than Job. I don't know which one it is. Stone me, Israel, Lord. And he called name of the place of Massa and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted the Lord, saying, Is the Lord among us or not? And then came Amalek, and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, Choose us unto men. Okay, I need to restart that. And Moses said unto Joshua, I really messed that up. Choose us out men, and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon, and Aaron and Hur stayed on his stayed up his hand, sorry, and one on one side, and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek, and oh my god, and his people with the edge of the sword. I'm going to take a quick just minute break so I can get some water and get my brain in order. I don't know what's going on right now. Okay. Sorry about that. I just kept making mistakes that I really shouldn't have. And as I made more mistakes, my brain was I was getting more anxious as it was going on, so it was just getting worse. But with a little bit of just recuperation, just a little bit of refocus, we should be good now. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under the heaven. And Moses built an altar and called the name of Jehovah Nissi. Okay. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. When Jethro made his seed drill, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel, his people. And the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems is that Job is really old as well. So having a rougher translation is more understandable. It's just that, oh fuck me, it's just there were parts in it where I was very much flowing, and then I just grind to a halt in Job. It was brutal. Still love the reading. Still love the story of Job. I know it is this really ancient story, but I absolutely love the story of Job just because how it's just a story of just there's a lot of things that it's about, but it's one of the things it's about is this: why do bad things happen to good people? And the answer is fuck off. That's not the answer. It's deeper than that, but I'm just it's a mischaracterization just to say that God looked at Job and said, man, shut up, when he asked, but it's also kind of funny to me to simplify it to that point. Oh god, it's deeper than that. But at the same time, I like it. Oh god, it's actually probably my favorite it's probably my favorite book of the Bible. Which is kind of not a good thing that I simplify it so terribly. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the names of one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land. Why did they change that translation? Oh, that's a joke you say as well. Good. Oh, it's deeper than that, but it's just fun to describe it that way. Ooh. It's okay. It's a good story. You shut up, Lan. Don't say that, Lan. It's okay. Oh god, that's the whole reason we do reading streams to this day is because of Job. Because Job is very in theme with the channel of suffering and overcoming suffering. That's a topic for another day. And her 2 sons. Yeah, I don't know why they changed this part though, because it was I'm a stranger in a strange land, but this here they decided to translate it as alien in a strange land. I don't know why that is. Maybe the text is different. It just feels a little weird. Ooh. You like to joke that God didn't understand? Ooh. Oh my god. I like to joke. I like to make a lot of jokes about God. Just, just take the most like simplistic understanding of God is always just like the funniest thing because there's like a lot of depth to it. But if you just like really break things down to this God just being like really petty, it's just really fucking funny. It's just like, for example, like when God punishes the when God punishes the Jews for what's gonna come up. I don't know if we're gonna read that far because we're gonna read to the 10 Commandments, but what happens after the 10 Commandments? God just kind of goes like, you know what? I've been doing so much for all of you. Just fuck it. I'm just gonna make it so you're lost in the desert for like 40 years. Is this? It's like, is it petty at that point? Like when you're reading, like it feels petty when it's just like, oh hey, the people of Israel, they had a whoopsie and he got really petty and like made them get lost for a long time. But at this point, I'm with God right now. They keep bitching about like every little thing. It's just like, oh my God, we're no longer slaves, but I'm hungry. It's like every moment. Oh God. That is kind of what happened in Job, to be honest. He went, like, Satan walked up to him and was like, yo, bro, this dude is super loyal to you, but it's only because, he's successful. And God just went like, nah, you know what? Here's literally my power. Go fuck with him. It is a lot of complaining right now. I know, God. Once they got out of Egypt, they immediately started to complain. They immediately started going, where, I'm no longer a slave. I'm so upset. What is this freedom? I hate it. I have to make choices for myself now? Oh! Okay. And said on to Moses, okay. Moses. I'm just gonna start from here. And the name of the other Eliezer, for God of my father, said he was mine help and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses into the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of God. And he said unto Moses, I, thy father-in-law Jethro, am come unto thee, and thy wife and her 2 sons with her. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, played by Danny Glover in Prince of Egypt, which we're watching actually on Saturday, because you're new here. I can obviously not screen share that, but there will be a watch-along stream for Prince of Egypt, because I also love that movie. And also in honor of Val Kilmer, who passed. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, and did obeisance, and kissed him, and they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent. I always misread obeisance, whatever. Whatever, we're moving on. And Moses told his father-in-law all the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord delivered them. Oh, okay. Oh, Atya pointed you here? Well, Atya, unless something changes, Atya should actually be here. Ooh. Atya should not be here now. Atya should be part of the Egypt stream. My apologies. Atya should be part of the Egypt stream. Prince of Egypt stream on Saturday. Ooh. And I don't know if we're gonna simul stream that. Like, she can stream her. It's like there won't be any perspective to stream, but like that's up to her. So I'll either just be hosting her, or I'll be hosting her and she'll be hosting her own stream. I don't know. I should probably iron that out with people. Okay. We might also have a demon there, but don't look too deeply into that. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the land of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, who hath delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who hath delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly he was above them. them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrificed for God. And Aaron came and all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. And it came to pass in the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning on to the evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all he did to the people, he said, "What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto even?" Just some of the King James edition parts just get me, just with how, like, it feels, there's so much pretense in, like, how they translated this, and it's sometimes so archaic. "And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of God. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and another, and I do make them know the statutes of God and his laws." It's okay, demons kind of like jinn in Islam, modern Judaism, since Satan and hell aren't yeah, that's true. That's true. It's very much Christianity took up the camp of, like, really personifying evil in the world, so to speak. Ooh. Which has merits and downsides. Ooh. So unto him. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, "The thing thou doest is good. Thou wilt surely wear away both thou and the people that is with thee, for thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform in thyself alone." Not to say there aren't, like, bad demons in Judaism, just... Ooh, whatever. This is not a theological discussion. I love theology, I really do. But I'm more familiar with Christian theology and the differences between Protestantism and Catholicism. That's a topic for a very different day. Let's just start from the top. "Thou wilt surely wear away both thou and his people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people of God word, that thou mayest bring causes unto God, and thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, and rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. I don't know why we degraded in there. God, I don't know what... That'd be a good thing to do for a Discord, actually watch along. I don't know if I could ever do a stream for it, but I don't know if I could ever, like, justify a theme to do Airplane as a watch along stream, but that'd be a good Discord watch along. And let them judge the people at all seasons, and it shall be... And also, to get to the Discord, in case you're curious, is just you go to the master link on the front page of the Twitch channel. Let's see here. "And let them judge the people of all seasons, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge, so shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all the people shall also go to their place in peace." I hope that link is still valid. A dynamic. God, that'd be that we couldn't do that actually because that's not public domain. But we do actually. I do hope by June, and I really need to start planning this to do at least part, if not a full Shakespearean play with other VTubers. Ooh, to do a reading of one. I really should get on that, but organizing all the stuff I've been organizing in May has already been hell enough. And God thou shalt command. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he said. And Moses chose able men of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, and rulers of tens. Did I already read that, or is that the no, it's this typical Bible repetition. Don't worry about it. And they judged the people of all seasons, the hard causes they brought on to Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. Oh. Oh, yeah. It's so weird that, like the Torah is meant to be sung, which is why it's spoken the way it is, because it's actually being sung. It's so weird how many religions are actually, like, really anti-singing. Or, like, randomly, like, some like, throughout history, just randomly Christianity was just like, singing's evil. It's like, why, though? Like, it was Saint Augustus who actually brought singing into Catholicism. Because prior to that, so like in Catholic masses, you sing to raise your voice to God. But before that, that was considered evil because singing like Bible passages would be like unacceptably horrible. Even though like literally the Old Testament was written in fucking like in goddamn rhyme and poetic like form in its original writing, because it was originally an oral tradition before being a written tradition or whatever. But it was Saint Augustus who actually was the guy who was like, how about we sing, because that would be really cool. And then of course, because you know it's Catholics, they're like, we think you're evil. And he was like, I've dedicated my entire life to the church. I'm literally like, I can't remember if he's, I don't think he was a Jesuit, but he was pretty dedicated to the church. And they're like, singing, you must be evil. And then they're like, you know what, singing's actually pretty fun. You're pretty cool. Pretty much all Catholic reform in history is pretty much that, though, to be fair. What's that? We should do this thing that's really obvious? We think you're evil. Okay. We burned you alive, but in hindsight, you were actually a pretty cool dude. Have this saint trophy. Ooh. Oh god. It's really awkward when for the people who were burned as heretics who later got, you know, christened. the people who got burned as heretics who became saints afterwards. Those are the really awkward Catholic saints, but don't worry about them. The English burned Saint Joan of Arc. You know, it's fine. You know, the English are pig dogs. It's fine, okay? Ooh. For they were departed from Rephidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. And Moses went up unto God, the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel. Oh god. Joan of Arc is one of my favorite saints. Even though, like, there's way more interesting saints, but I don't know, it's just something about just a woman who's just like, I hear the voice of God, let's go kill some English people. I don't know, it's something, it just, as an American, it just speaks to me, I guess. Ye have seen what I did unto Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and a holy nation. There are words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him. and ooh, and all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord hath spoken we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord, and the Lord said unto Moses, lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people unto the Lord, and the Lord said unto Moses, go on to the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day, for the third day the Lord will come down in the sight of all the people upon Sinai. And thou shalt set bonds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourselves, that ye not got up into the mountain, that ye not go up into the mountain, okay, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mountain shall be surely put to death. Okay, God, calm down. There shall not. Just say you just want to have a one-on-one time chat with Moses, okay? They'll understand. You don't need to be so dramatic. They'll shall actually if anything from what little we've heard of the Israeli people so far, they would not understand. So actually, maybe he is right for doing this. There shall not a hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through. I got a sniper on the ridge. You fucking better not touch nothing. Whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. Okay, what did the cow do? When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mountain. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. Ooh. Ni ping ni wam. Ooh. And he said unto the people, be ready against the third day, come not at your wives. Wait, where did that come from? What? Okay, you know, whatever. I don't know, that could just be a weird translation, but I don't know where that came from. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightning and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the land to meet with God, and they stood at the nether part of the mountain. The Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long, the waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and the God answered him by a voice, and the Lord came down upon a Mount Sinai, on top of the mount, and the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. And the Lord said unto Moses, go now. Okay, I don't want to make sure I didn't skip anything. Change the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priests also which come near the Lord sanctify themselves, all those Jewish priests, lest the Lord break forth upon them. And Moses said unto the Lord, I know it's linguistics, but still, the people cannot come up to the Mount Sinai, for thou chargest, this is so stupid, us, saying, set bounds about the mound and sanctify it. And the Lord said unto him, away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou, Aaron with thee, but let not the priests and the people break through to come up unto the Lord, lest he break forth unto them. Moses, goddamn, my neck is getting stiff. Moses went down unto the people and spake unto them, and God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt know no other God before me. Thou shalt make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am the Lord thy God. I am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. Oh, so even like if you have a guest over, they're not allowed to like... Oh, I did not know that. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's cheated often, actually, now that I think about it. Pretty sure that's actually fucking cheated. That last part. I guess stranger. I know some Jews who cheat at that one, but that's not a topic for a different day. 4 in 6 days. I also know Amish people who have cell phones, so I mean, it's fucking typical shit. I know Amish and Jews are different, I just mean, there's always loopholes. If there's a loophole, somebody's gonna exploit it. For 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Hello, Nyla. Ooh. Yeah, I'm reading chats. I'm just also reading, as you can see, Exodus. And we're just in the middle of the 10 Commandments. Sorry that I didn't get you that quickly. It says you have to find points to cut off from. But how you doing? And also thanks for the follow. We are just, as I said, reading Exodus, and we are, I don't know how many commandments in, I haven't been counting. But we are at honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Okay, he was really going into detail about those other ones, and in this one, he just rapid fires these ones off. He's just like, whatever, just whatever. Like, I'll give reasons for but these ones, just whatever. Just don't do it, bro. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. No. Wait, what? Oh, I read that wrong. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thundering, and the lightning, and the noise of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. When the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. Oh, hold up. Okay. If you want to be on Discord, there should you should be able to find it through the master link on the front page. There should be an invite and there's a Discord channel. Ooh. Ooh, so if that's what you're asking for, there is a Discord channel if you're asking about that. And actually, let me just double check and make sure the master link is working. It'll just be on the front page. Oh. Oh, I don't know if you can access it right now, actually. Shit. I'm sorry. That makes things a little more complicated, doesn't it? Oh no, it's just right there. It's just under stream. It's labeled master link right under stream. Really easy to find. Oop. So yeah, just right under the stream on the right hand side of the video player itself, you have master link, and that will take you to card, and it will have 5 links, and the middle link is Discord. It's actually the only one that's blue. So it's just right there in the middle if you want to use that to get to Discord. And there is a stream suggestion page on Discord if you are interested in making stream suggestions. There is a specific page for that, and I check the Discord and interact, my apologies, on the Discord regularly. The people, okay. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for God is come to prove you, that his fear may be before your faces, and ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. And the Lord said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. And ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. They're not going to follow that rule. Spoiler. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and thou shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep, thine oxen, in all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone. Or for if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by the steps unto the mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and if the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If the okay, I think right now we've read the Ten Commandments, and I think it's just going to be a bunch of rules and a bunch of edicts and whatnot. I wanted to get to the golden calf, but I don't know how far away that is. Yeah, this is just a bunch of rulings and whatnot. And I think the Ten Commandments are a good place to end it. So, ooh, we're not just gonna end abruptly. Don't worry. I just need a cutoff point. We've already been live for almost 3.5 hours. Is all. But I really like that a lot. As I've said many times, a lot easier to read than Job was when I read Job like a year ago. But ooh, God, I didn't know that like the starting of it was so, or I didn't remember rather that the starting of it was so brief. I've just seen Prince of Egypt so many times that they have the setup and whatnot of like, you know, his relationship with Ramses. I just kind of just forgot like, oh no, it's just like, yeah, you know, his mother throws him in the bushel in the bulrush, and you know it gets found, and then you know he grows up, kills an Egyptian, runs away, meets Jethro, gets a wife. You know, God goes, hey, homie, go back, and then he goes back. It's all... The golden bowl is, 32. Yeah, we're not getting there tonight. We're not getting there tonight. That's a whole nother... Nah, that's 12... Actually, that's 11... No, wait. That's 11 more. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get to there tonight, no. But the golden bowl does... I mean, it's just like... You just make an idol to a golden bowl because you're left alone for like a day. I know it's not like a day, but like you get left alone for a little bit, and you somehow just do all this shit. It's like Jesus, like again, I understand. Like if I was God, I'd also be pissed. I'd be like, I've done so much for you people, and this is how like what the fuck. But yeah, it's gonna take a while to get there, so we're not gonna do that tonight. There's a 50-50 chance if we do more, because we are halfway through. So there's a 50-50 chance that we might either continue and finish the rest of Exodus, because we could tomorrow, but that would be another like 3-hour stream. We might just do Devil May Cry because we've read what I wanted to read up to. Ooh. God, but ooh. I'm actually really happy with how much I've improved in reading though. Because as I said, the first reading stream I did was Job, and it's partially because the translation is really rough, but just like going from like there, where again, after 3 or 4 hours of reading, my brain was like actually like heating up. I could like feel my head getting warmer, to this, where all is flowing. I'm able to keep conversation with chat as needed. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, you know, to see that level of progress over the last year. Ooh. And I'm really happy to see it. And I did not... Normally, there's not clips for reading streams, but there are actually going to be a few clips here. And actually, I'm going to have to chapter this one because it's so long. But that's for future Merrick to worry about. Future Merrick is a bum. He'll do it, but he won't want to. But I'm actually going to look, before I start doing sign-offs, for places to send you guys off to. Ooh. I'm gonna look for a place to link you out on Twitch. It's so late that there's actually not a lot of places to link you out for, so I'm just gonna link you out. Normally I'd link you out to somebody my size, but there's like nobody streaming right now. So I'm just gonna link you out to Cleo, the Hag VTuber, on Twitch. Ooh. I'm doing a link just because I don't think there's enough people to do a raid. Or I don't want people to feel obligated to stay for a raid. And on YouTube, let me find a link for you guys, because on YouTube I just can't. I can't raid because YouTube is classist. I don't know. God, it's so late. I can actually link you to a Powerline stream, which is which is actually, damn, that's really late for me. But there's Powerlines for you guys, the guy I did a collab with yesterday for YouTube. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Very unlikely we'll be doing Exodus. We'll probably be continuing Devil May Cry 4, you know. We'll be killing demons and burning down the church. What a dream. But thank you for joining us. Have a great day, a wonderful life, and remember, don't lose your head. That was the wrong button. God, that was very much the wrong button. Oh, that's embarrassing. That is. Here's the Star Spangled Banner because as an homage to old TV sign-offs at midnight, even though we're past midnight. And just to reiterate before I sign off completely, remember that we do have the Prince of Egypt stream on Saturday, April the 19th, Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock in the evening. We should be joined by Atya Tepis, unless something changes with her schedule, and we may have one or two more extra guests, either as I have an open invitation and a reserve spot.